Technology to you. So please register, before we start, please register a CICA student account from www.cicas.cn and start your application process for Shenyang University of Technology. And in the same time, please scan the Study in China WeChat group and Study in China WhatsApp group. I will give you a minute to do that, and once you've done so, we will move on while we are waiting for other people. So today we're going to talk about Shenyang University of Technology. And let me stress again, register a CICA student account from www.cicas.cn and start your Shenyang University of Technology application process now. And please scan our Study in China WeChat and WhatsApp group immediately on your phone, okay? And I am Joar, a CICA senior advisor, and today, let's talk about Shenyang University of Technology. So as you can see here, we're at the front gate of Shenyang University of Technology. It's a really modern and beautiful campus. And today, we're going to go through 7 points. The first one, we're going to give an overview of Shenyang University of Technology. And second, we're going to talk about the English taught medium majors of bachelor degree. And then we're going to talk about scholarship types and evaluation criteria, the admission requirements and required application documents, the expenses, why to study at Shenyang University of Technology, and lastly, we're going to talk about the wonderful moments of Shenyang University of Technology. Okay, let's start. So, first of all, where does Shenyang University of Technology located in? It's situated in Shenyang. It is a modernized northeastern city in China, and it is the central of economical, cultural, communication, trade, and commercial hub with 4 distinct seasons and beautiful scenery, rich cultural heritage. Shenyang is the most important heavy industry base in China, so good news for you guys who's interested in heavy industry, and also an ideal place to study Chinese for it. It's located in Mandarin language area, and it's founded in 1949, and it consists of the central and other parts of the campus. There are 19 schools, 2 teaching departments, 2 engineering training centers, and it has more than 30,000 undergrads and graduate students, more than 1,300 teachers. The university has a strong faculty and a great number of famous teachers. It began to enroll and cultivate more than 4,000 foreigners from 20 countries such as Korea, Japan, America, Russia, Nigeria, Vietnam, Turkey, the Philippines, Uganda since 1995. The students include Chinese trainees, exchange students, preppies, undergraduates taught English or Chinese, and postgraduates, which majors are electrical engineering and automation, architecture, international business and trade, accounting, business management, marketing, and Chinese language, and etc. The university undergraduate major in Chinese language, 4 undergraduate professional taught in English, which are electrical engineering, computer science and technology, civil engineering, and international business and trade. At present, it has become the host institution of Chinese government scholarship and Liaoning Province Government Scholarship authorized by the Ministry of Education of China. Also has a number of government scholarship programs such as China-Russia Special Scholarship for Cultural and People-to-People Exchanges, University Graduates, and Silk Road. Okay, And then we're going to go through some of the English taught medium majors of bachelor degree. And the first one we have is computer science and technology. Its length of schooling is 4 years. Student can get bachelor degree and undergraduate diploma after finishing all credit under undergraduate training plan and pass the undergraduate thesis defense. The main courses offered are Principle of Computer Composition, Data Structure, Computer Network, Database Principle, Operation System, Algorithm Design and Analysis, Computer Interface Technology, Software Engineering, Java Programming, Computer Security, Comprehensive Chinese, and etc. After graduation, the students will be able to work in research, education, enterprises, and administration units engaged in the development and integration of computer systems, technology applications, as well as teaching and management to solve complex engineering problems with the potential for sustainable development and adaptability of engineering application-oriented talents. So, before we move on to the second major, I would like to just have you guys, do a screenshot of the first major that I was describing so that you can have a good overview on the courses being offered and also what are the job market potentials that you have. Okay, then we're going to talk about international economics and trade. And the main courses offered there are Accounting Principles, Introduction to International Business, Quantitative Methods for Business, International Trade, International E-commerce, Quotations in International Market, International Trade Practice, Comprehensive Chinese, and etc. And please note that bachelor degree majors such as business administration, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering can also open classes for the September intake if each major has more than 15 students. And there are there are 3 objectives here of this major, and the first one is to cultivate complex international economic and trade application talents with good ideological quality, comprehensive humanistic qualities, and a complex knowledge structure. And the second objective is that to cultivate senior foreign-related talents who are familiar with international trade practices and rules, economic and trade policies and regulations of different countries, and are proficient in foreign languages and computers. Objective 3 is to cultivate senior foreign-related talents with a high sense of social responsibilities, excellent professional conduct, innovative consciousness, and academic connotation, who are capable of senior talents with a high sense of social responsibility, excellent professional ethics, innovative consciousness, and academic connotation, who are capable of conducting theoretical and policy research in the field of foreign trade and economy. For the second major, I would like you guys to take a screenshot and look at the main courses and the key objectives. And then let's look at the scholarship. So there are 3 types of scholarship, A, B, and C. And the most generous part is A scholarship, a reduced tuition fees for the first year, and we will do an assessment for the second to the 4th year based on school performance. So some of you guys might ask, okay, what does it mean to have assessment from the 2nd year to the 4th year? So it basically means that, if you didn't break laws and have no criminal records, and you will not, be stripped away by the school of your type A scholarship, and that the grade requirements that you have B average and above. And B type scholarship is that you will get a $6,000 reduction all years, and the requirements is that you have C average and above. And the C-type scholarship means that from the 2nd year to the 4th year, you have a $6,000 reduction, and your grades have to be D average and above. Okay, let's break it down and look into the details. For type A, full scholarship, you will get a 18,000 RMB, around 3,000 USD deduction of your tuition fees each year from first to fourth year. Your academic and overall performance will be assessed annually. And the bachelor degree, so as you can see that the original tuition fee was around 3,000 USD all across, and the scholarship amount for the first year is the total amount of the tuition fee. And from the second year to the fourth year, you have to go through reevaluation. The tuition after scholarship, as straightforward as it is, 0, and then after that, you have a high chance you will get 0 if you didn't break any rules. But if you did, let's say you would have to pay 9,000 to 12,000 RMB. And type B scholarship is the first to the fourth partial scholarship. So basically, we'll get a 6,000 RMB deduction of your tuition fees each year from first to fourth year. Thus, you only have to pay 20,000 RMB per year for tuition, start from your first year. Let's see a breakdown of from the first year to the fourth year. And the original tuition fee is $3,000 all across, no question. And the scholarship amount first is 1,000 US dollars all across. And so what you have to pay is around 2,000 USD all across. And type C is the second to the fourth year short scholarship. So you basically get 6,000 RMB deduction of your tuition fees each year from second to fourth year. You will only have to pay 12,000 RMB per year of tuition fee, start from your second year. And let's look into it. So for the original tuition fee for the first year, it's 2,800 USD, and you basically have to pay the same amount because there's no scholarship for the first year. And from the second to the fourth year, you only have to pay around 2,000 USD all across. So before I move on, please take a screenshot of each of the scholarship type to see which one fit with your budget plan and your criteria. And here are some of the scholarships admission that we've got from helping other students to apply. Type A scholarship admission sample, Type B scholarship admission sample, Type C scholarship admission sample, and the admission requirements and required application documents. Okay, so it only requires 9 points, 9 materials. The first one is an application form. So one thing to stress is that you have to fill in every part of the blank: your parents' full name, age, the company that they work for, their title, just to help the university to understand your background and your education background. The second part is your passport. And the third part is your graduation certificate or schooling certificate. If it's not in English, we would want a translation. And then we want a transcript and transcript and its translation, and reasons for applying for scholarship, physical examination form, bank certificate of deposit, certificate of no criminal record, and certificate of work and study since graduation. So I would have you guys to take a screenshot as well, because there's a lot of documents to prepare for. And if you ever came across with any of the questions, you can again scan and join into our Study in China group, or contact me individually through WhatsApp, and you can ask me any questions, and I will help you from there. Okay. Okay, let's move on. And here are some of the expenses. So, like we discussed before, tuition is around 18,000 per year. That's around 2,800 USD. And for the accommodation, twin bedrooms are around 300 RMB per month. That's around 600 USD per year. And after we understand the cost of Shenyang University of Technology, let's look at why do people want to study in SUT. So the first reason is that the pre-admission documents are simple and fast. As long as students have passport or ID, transcripts, they can get pre-admission in 1 to 2 working days, because we CCAS, have this strong relationship with universities, so you can get admission in 1 to 2 working days. So that's really fantastic for people who are eager to get admitted to Chinese university, and we can help you do so. The second is that tuition fee is cheap, scholarship types are diversified and sufficient. ABC awards can meet the needs of all students. So not only do the tuition fee is really cheap, as long as your grade is, as long as your grade follow with the admission requirements and the scholarship requirements, you can basically pay only certain amount, and that's really ideal. The third one is students enrolled before spring 2021 are counted as students in the fall of 2020, which shortened the school year and saves budget under the premises of ensuring teaching quality and teaching people tasks. The fourth one is that accommodation is cheap, so 600 USD per year is really cheap, and you can choose to rent a room outside campus if you want to. The school is really close to residential area, so your life will be really convenient there. Also, the faculty is really strong. All teachers have a doctoral degree. The school insists that the construction of academic style and the main line and the learning atmosphere is really strong there. The north gate of the school has Rongxing Fortune Plaza, including shopping malls, many banks, and large supermarkets. And the south gate has Jishuitan Hospital. There's also a large night market at the north gate of university where there are good and inexpensive goods and food. So it's really essential that your campus is near the shopping area where you can, take your mind off from study when you need a break and just, immerse yourself with the fun you have in the market and the plaza. And also importantly, the school has a Muslim restaurant, cafeteria, and a La Carte restaurant for international students. So if you are homesick and you want some, food for, cultural reasons and also religious need, you can also, the school also has, the opportunity and the facility provided for you. And the winter snow scene is really beautiful, and the interior is warm as spring. It is also a different life experience for African students who come from a background where their usual environment doesn't involve a lot of snow, and rest of the students as well. Shenyang is a famous historical cultural city with deep cultural heritage, known as the birthplace of one dynasty and city of 2 generations of emperors. There are 3 world cultural heritage sites, such as Qing Imperial Palace, Fuling and Zhaoling, and more than 1,500 historical and cultural relics, such as Xinle Ruins, Xibu Family Temple, 4 towers and 7 temples of the Ming and Qing dynasty, and Zhang's Shu Ai's mansion. Shenyang's life consumption is good and cheap, which reduces the cost of studying abroad. So this is really important for students who are choosing university. If you go to a really big city, that means yes, you will have a fantabulous city life, but then also you have to bear in mind that the cost is gonna go up compared to if you live in a city where it's not as big, let's say as Shanghai, but it will, you will have a city lifestyle or in your close proximity, but the cost is so much lower. And if you do want to experience big city lifestyle, you can, take a train or flight in the weekend and visit those big cities. So, something that you need to consider. So after all, the overview, the tuition, scholarship, and why studying at SUT, let's look at the beautiful scenery of Shenyang University. So as you can see that there's a lot of green area in the on campus. There's bridge and lake as well. When it snows, it's really beautiful, and there's a theater over there, and as you can see from the photo, from the right side, there's a playground, and the garden is under careful care, and here is another picture of the university, and you can see on the stone there's some Chinese words there, and the first one is 自强, and that means be self, 自 means yourself, and 强 means strong. That means be self, I would say, how would I translate this? I interpret this as, being self dependent, meaning not depending on somebody else, but rather be strong yourself. And the second one means be determined with the road and the path that you choose. So, yes. And here is another beautiful view of SUT. More pictures, and this is the snow scene. So usually I think in SUT you would have more snow, but you can see the staff, the cleaning staff, the custodian from school takes care of the snow, and they would clean the road on the side and to make sure that students are safe when in the morning when they go to classes. And this is the spring view. And here you see two international students playing soccer here. And here is more picture of how our local students and international students are playing soccer as a team. And lastly, thank you guys so much for being on my live stream. So as a gift, I would give you a May Day give back coupon. That means if you apply Chinese University for full scholarship through CCAS with SP package, there are 10 seats in vacant to get 1,000 to 2,000 worth of coupons. And there are 3 types of scholarship. The first one means full scholarship cover whole tuition and hotel fee with monthly allowance. And second, full scholarship cover whole tuition and hostel fee of academic years. And full scholarship cover whole tuition of academic years. And the intro requirement for this coupon is that your GPA in the university needs to be above 80%. So I know some of you guys have the maximum score of your university, of your GPA is 4 or 5. So if you just, take whatever you have, divide by the maximum score that the school offer, and see if it's above 80%, and if it is, congrats, you are eligible to apply. And the second one is applying for master or PhD degree for September intake of 2021 only. That means if you are applying master or PhD in the September intake of 2021, you are able to get this coupon. Not people for applying for bachelor degree, nor people who want to apply for master or PhD degree for let's say April intake or any other years. And the candidate is in China, has to be in China right now, and it's CICA student recommended. That's all the requirements. And there are 3 things to note here. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can register at www.cicas.cn and leave us a message there. Our advisor will contact you within 24 hours. The deadline is April 30th of 2021. And CICAS reserve the right to explain the issue about this event. And again, for more information, please contact me. My WhatsApp and WeChat number is +86 139 532 78666. You can email me at coco@cicas.cn or Zhuoer ZHUOER@cicas.cn. That'll be both fine. And if you think email is too complicated for you, please scan my WeChat and my WhatsApp number there. Also, please scan the WeChat group and the WhatsApp group as well. And thank you for listening. So that's all I have for the presentation, but I would like you guys to know more about how our website functions. How to get information from our website. Okay, so once you go on cicas.cn, you are here, and as you can see, there's a home tab, student, consultant, staff, about us. So mostly you will be on the home section, and if you have a course specific in mind, you can click on course search, and from there you can see we have non-degree courses and degree courses. And non-degree courses include training program, cultural courses, and Chinese language courses. For degree courses, there's bachelor, master, doctoral, associate degree, and most of the people apply for bachelor degree in China. So here's a list of things. Medical engineering is the most popular one. Then it's the economic and management, computer science. We also have social science, like law and political science, humanities subjects, science and mathematics, education, and agriculture. And for a master degree, there's more. Also have military science, philosophy, literature, and for doctoral degree, we have philosophy, agriculture as well. And for associate degree, it's pretty straightforward as well. Okay, What about, let's say that you want to look, you have a school in mind and you want to see, which school that you want to apply for. And for that, like I suggested, you click on school, and if you have a specific city in mind, let's say I only want to go to Shanghai, and you can choose, okay, I want a bachelor degree in Shanghai, I want the teaching medium to be in Chinese, I want the tuition fee to be this amount, and the intake, let's say April. Then you would expect to see like a list of school that is required, that has the opportunity provided for you. Okay, since being kind of slow, so I'll just show you some school here. For example, Fudan University, great university. You can see the information here, which city, the tier. So the national project 211/985 is it means it's a really good university, and you can see the international numbers, student in total, and accommodation, and all the detailed information. You can see the courses that Fudan University provide. How does the admission letter look like with SICAs, the accommodation fees, campus scenery, really beautiful campus, how to apply. So there are 4 steps. You complete an application form, upload required application document, pay fees, send to university, track admissions, and then you look at why study in Fudan, and some introduction overview about Fudan University, admission pages for different degree and the entry requirement, and the department of school that Fudan provides. Here's the fee structure. It's really straightforward. The application fee and the tuition per year. And here are the scholarship opportunity, student services that Fudan University provide. Lastly, news about Fudan University. So, basically, if you just look through our website, it will give a really, really good overview about this university. And if you have already applied through us and you want to track your progress, you simply put in your email and password, then you are here. And if you want to apply, do the same thing. And this is the school search we've introduced before, and here's top 7 Q&A. If you have questions and concerns that most students have when studying in China or choosing a school. And if you want to learn more about who we are as SICAs, you can go to the About Us section, and you will have a pretty good understanding of our ranking. Also, a great news that I would like to share with all of you is that right now, our company stands at number 2 if you search for study in China in one of the biggest searching engine in China, and the first one is a government agent. And we are a private agent, so that tells a lot about how popular we are, and also our credentials. So really, we are, one of the best private agent that brings foreign students to come and study in China, and you should really trust our professionalism and how we will handle your case with our one-on-one tutoring system. So I'm sure that you will have a lot of you will find courses in universities that you love, and our tutor, I promise, I've worked with them, and they are fantastic people that really believe in the mission of bringing diversity into China and help students to have a better future through learning in China. So we are really passionate about that. And yes, one thing to stress again is that please add me on WhatsApp and WeChat. So at the same time, I will show you guys a video about Shenyang University of Technology.
Okay, everyone, thanks for all of the classes from the tutor. And today I will introduce another university to all of you. That is Shenyang. Shenyang University of Technology, which is located in Shenyang City. And this is the city of cold and warmth. For the also email.
Okay, but I basically has the same thing on my presentation as well. So one thing to stress again is to add my WhatsApp and WeChat code to scan my code, and once you add me, I will, answer questions immediately and help you navigate the process of applying to China. And please scan my code while we're still on the live session, and feel free to ask me any questions that you have. So again, my WeChat and WhatsApp number is +86 139 532 78666, and here is my WeChat QR code, and here's my WhatsApp QR code. And also please scan into the Study in China WeChat group and Study in China WhatsApp group. We'll be there in our office hour and sometimes outside our office hour as well, just to answer your question and help you navigate the process of applying to a Chinese university. And before we close today's session, I would like you guys to scan the code and share Shenyang University of Technology to your friends and family. And if you have any questions about the coupon, student life, and wanting to connect with a student in Shenyang University, please let us know. We will facilitate that process for you. And that's all I have for today. And if you want, more information on beyond the presentation or on the presentation, please let me know, and I will forward it to you. So I believe today is the end of our session, and thank you so much for whoever that's on this live session with me to hear about the Shenyang University of Technology. I hope you like our session, and I will be back soon. Okay, thank you guys, and have a great day.